Can you state your name and tell me what job you're applying for, please?
Alexandra Baines, and a PE teacher at Lutworth College.
Okay, and why do you want this job?
When I was little, I was always like taking part in sport, all different games, like getting involved in every activity I could, and I was in like loads of sports teams and we were quite successful throughout them. I'd never had like a problem trying out with new sport again or new games or anything, so I thought this would be like a really good chance for me and everything. I want this job as when I was little I used to go to Smarties, which was like an after school holiday play scheme where I was like based around kids like all different ages, and that was like the environment I was around. So I thought that because I love sport and I've been around kids, I thought being a PE teacher would be a really good chance for me, and I like being around kids and getting involved in different things and like having an impact on different people's education and stuff.
Okay. What are your greatest professional strengths?
I feel one of my main strengths is probably my confidence. I'm a really outgoing person and like have no problem talking to anyone. Will talk to, always voice my opinion, always I'm the last one to have the word in. I think that's what you need in a job like this because you've got to be vocal, you've got to speak to everyone. I had to do this when I was at Hunker Leisure Centre as I was an activity advisor, and I had to run different games based on what the kids wanted to do, and sometimes that would be between like 30 and 40 people, which was like quite difficult, especially when you have to be like, you have to speak to them, they're listening to you and trying to feedback from you, and I had to teach them and speak to them. It was quite difficult, but it was good because I was so confident and I'm so used to being around kids, like I loved it and everything. And I feel like it's important when being a teacher because you have to talk to them for like 6 hours a day, and then they rely on you to provide them with the information that they need to be able to progress as a student. So it's important that you can be able to talk to them, they can talk to you and have the confidence to talk to you back.
Okay, so what skills do you reckon you got from doing
that? What skills did I get from like confidence?
From doing that, yeah.
Probably being able to mix with different age groups and everything, which is what you'd obviously do as a teacher, wouldn't you? Because you sometimes get different classes and different ages. Like I wouldn't always be teaching the same age. That's really it, really, because it was like just a little volunteering job.
Okay. And what do you consider to be your weakness?
Probably my weakness is like my enthusiasm to get involved in things. Like I always want to do everything. I want to run every sport club, I want to go to all the fixtures, support the teams, to whatever school I'll be working at. And I think sometimes I can get a bit ahead of myself, and I know I need to like step back and like prioritise the more important things, like planning my lessons, making sure the kids are comfortable around me and how I work in the classroom. And I think that's probably because I'm so enthusiastic with all the physical side of being a PE teacher that I'd probably need to take a step back and look at what's actually more important, but I'll need to balance them out probably.
Okay. And tell me about a challenge or conflict you faced at work and how have you dealt with it?
When I was younger, I used to work at Little Rainbows, and this was again like based like full of kids and everything, and on like summer days and even inside they'd all go out and play and everything, and throughout this there was like loads of incidents and arguments.
Is this a daycare?
Yeah, loads of incidents and arguments, and all the parents would complain to us and everything, so we brought in like accident incident forms where we'd write down child's name and write exactly what happened and the incident, exactly what happened and the time and the place of it. So then not only had we had a track of it all, like they had a track of it all as well. So it worked out really better for us, and then it like made us have like a better relationship with the parents and everything. It was really good. But that was quite challenging to like at the start, especially because we had quite a lot of parents complaining about why this child was injured or why this child had argued with this child. So we felt like that was the only way we could come across that barrier.
So you spoke to the parents as well as...
Yeah, we could like show the accident form like at the end of the session.
Okay.
If that you must say.
Yeah. What's the time you've exercised leadership?
Like I said before, when I worked at the Hunker, there was like various different activities, like like each day. So one activity would be like football, then another would be basketball, etc. And if more kids liked football and you happen to be based on that activity, you'd then have to control all these kids with like another member of staff Whereas like another activity like arts and craft can have like 10 kids, so you'd have all these kids wanting to play this one game, and you'd have to control and make sure they split into teams fairly, make sure they knew all the rules, and I had to make sure that they knew in myself that I was the one in charge, I was the one who was the leader of all this, and they like relied on me to make sure they had a fun and safe time. And I think that was a challenge, to be able to make sure everyone was playing, everyone was enjoying, there was no accident, everyone was safe.
Yeah.
So that was quite hard. It was really good though, but.
What has been your greatest achievement?
I think I've had quite a lot of achievements, because obviously I played for loads of sport teams and everything. Probably my best achievement is I used to play football for like years when I was a little girl, and I played for a team called Cosby, and we were like really successful, like won most games, got along really well as a team. So we entered like the National Cup, and we didn't like expect to do well in anything. We just took each game as like it came, and we ended up getting to the final of the National Cup, which got held at Chelmsford Stadium, which was like incredible. We had all these people coming to watch us and everything, and we were like the last two teams out of 82 schools who entered. And even though we lost like 3-2, it was like one of the best experiences, like best days. All my family was there, like most of my school was there. It was incredible. It was so good.
Okay. So do you still play any sport currently?
Yeah, I don't play football anymore because I just wanted to have like a break on that.
Yeah.
But I played dodgeball for a team called Meteors Ladies.
Okay. How long have you played for them?
2 years. We're in the dodgeball Premier League, which is pretty good. We're currently second at the moment, which is really good.
Alright, and describe a situation where you've worked in a team.
This probably relates back to the previous question with my football team, because when we got to the National Cup final, we were 3-0 down at half time, which was a bit of a shock to us because we took all these games by winning them by quite a lot, all these games up to this national final. So it was quite a disappointing result to be 3-0 down at half time. We were just not very happy with ourselves. We needed to, so our coach was like, right, we need communication, we need teamwork. And through this big talk and through realising that we've come such a long way, we like pushed ourselves and supported each other as a team, made sure like we were talking to each other, communicating on and off the pitch. And we ended up bringing it back to 3-2, which is really good, because if we hadn't, we could have lost more than 3-0. We wouldn't have got the goals we did. And so it was a definite teamwork situation.
How would your boss and co-workers describe you?
I think they'll describe me as hard-working, because I'd always give 100% in all my job. I'd go there, do whatever I need doing, get the job done, because I feel whatever you put into something, you should get out of something. So if I put the hours into the work, I'd get the money out of the work. But then it wasn't always about that. It was about getting a good relationship with the customers, where you have the regulars, talking to them, because sometimes the customers who are lonely and just need someone to talk to. So that, I think that's another thing. Like, I think they'll describe me as confident. Like, talk to anyone, always go up to them, always ask if they're okay, always ask how the day was. Just have like that relationship in work to try and help them be happy, because some were quite sad and some only came for like a couple of pints or whatever. I think they'd also describe me as a team player, as I try and get along with everyone in the workplace and realise that some jobs in this workplace you can't do by yourself and you need someone else with you. So I think that would be a plus.
And what interests you about a career in physical education?
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. So what interests you about a career in physical education as a teacher?
I think the main interest will be, whenever I went to school, I always had a positive relationship and a strong relationship with the teachers. I always got along with them, I always did my work. I was never really a naughty student, so I feel that if I can have an impact or be a role model to students I teach and make them become a better person, I think that's probably like the main plus about wanting to be a PE teacher, is you can help them develop not only their knowledge but then their ability in the certain sports they like to play. and then hopefully I'd like to get new students who have never even played sport but would like to start something to like help them and get them. I'd like to get as many people in Lutterworth College to join in with sports. That would be a really good goal.
Okay. And what do you expect to be doing in 5 years' time from now?
Hopefully, if I do get the Lutterworth College job, it'd be like a really good chance to like a good career development. So I could start being a PE teacher, and then maybe after 5 years, I could think about maybe being the head of the department or assistant principal or just something more than being a PE teacher, if that makes sense. So I can, because as being a PE teacher, you might not necessarily interact with all the kids you'd like, as you might only interact with the sporty ones. So I think maybe being head of department or even assistant principal, you have to interact with all children, not just the children who like sport. So I think that would be like a good chance for me to know everyone in the school, get to know different teachers, because sometimes you might just be talk to the only ones in your department, so it'd be nice to branch out a bit.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. That's everything. Have you got any questions?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you.